Hello everyone, welcome back. We are working on creating this project. Last class we created the camera tracking in After Effects. In this class we will create this robot in 3ds Max. So the first step is to go to google.com and search for 3D robot, and the first image is what I use. So save this image on your computer, come to 3ds Max and create a plane. Okay, open the material editor by hitting the M key and create a new material, assign material to selection, double click on the material, click on the color property, bitmap, select the image. Okay, assign material to selection and show shaded material in the viewport. This will bring the image. Alright, so it looks stretched, so I'll scale it up. Alright, so let us create the body first. So it will be a cylinder. So in the top view, I'll create a cylinder and I will try to make it even numbers. So 15 by 40 looks good, and I'll right click on these so it is absolutely in the center. Okay, and the number of sides is 12 and the height segments is 4, and I have cap segments. The cap segment is there, so I could create this curve bend here. All right. I'm going to use mesh smooth to this. That's why I'm using a low poly. You can even further go low poly if you want. We will add a taper modifier. All right, and then you increase the taper so it goes inside. So 0.3 looks good, minus 0.3, and then curve 0.5 looks good. All right, so you get this basic shape for the character. Now we want the roundness on the top, so we'll add an edit poly modifier, select the vertex. Okay, and then we can go to grow and then move it up, and then we'll select the middle one again and move it slightly up. So in the front view we will get this curve on top. All right, now what we need is a sharpness at the base. So I'll double click on the edge, select the edge, and I will add a chamfer. The chamfer value will be 0.2. Okay, so very little chamfer. And then we will add mesh smooth. All right, with an iteration of 2 to complete the first part of the character. Okay, so now if you don't like anything, if you want to work with the elements, you can change that. So maybe 15 becomes 25, for example, or 20. Okay, so maybe that looks better. So you can go down the hierarchy and make changes. All right, now we'll create the bottom part, that is a sphere. So again, in the center, create a sphere. Okay, right click to make it absolutely in the center. Again, we're going to do the same thing. So number of segments 9. This will be, I guess, 18. 9 seems less, maybe 12. And then we will turn the hemisphere on. So 0.6 looks good, and we will rotate it counterclockwise so it is at the base. There you go. Okay, so This can be slightly bigger, I guess. Okay, 19 looks better. And then again we will add mesh mode, and iterations is 2. The number of segments more. Then again we need edit poly so that we can select the edges and chamfer them by 0.2. Alright, so we got the first two taken care of. Both will be gray. Alright, so let us create the arm. So we'll create a sphere. This time no need to worry about okay, so there'll be no slicing with the full sphere. Okay, so this is size is 3, and then we will make it 24. That will be the final resolution for the sphere. It will again be gray, so we'll create consistent colors. All right, 3 looks small, so we'll make it 4. "24" is too much, 18 may be better. All right, then we will create the arm. So again the cylinder. Okay, and then it is slightly smaller than the arm. So again 3, height is 25. Okay, so it has to be slightly below. All right, and then the height will go up till there. So 35 looks good. Okay, height segment can be 6, and we don't need any mesh mode to this object, so the sides can go back to 12 also is good. Okay, we don't need any cap segments for this. We need taper modifier, so 0.5 minus 0.5, and then we need a bend modifier. Okay, then you bend it in that direction. So minus 15 looks good. Minus 20. Okay, so we'll copy that down. Okay, it should be little down, so I'll move it down. This has to be longer, 40. Then can further move it down. Right, so we'll create the finger. So we'll use the same. It has bend and taper already, so just create a new one. Okay, so the cylinder will be 2. Maybe 1. We got the finger. You can select this and move to the right. Shift select and copy, and we will make this an instance. Okay, so we never made this 0. Okay, this has to be 0 also. This has to be 0. Okay, so it is 0, and then we'll move it 1. This will be -1. Okay, so we will rotate it. The rotating snapping is on twice. Then we'll move it out. And I'm just eyeballing this. Work here also. Okay. We got 2 fingers, and then we will select, shift select this, instance it, mirror it, no clone. Okay. So we got the arm done. Now we will move on to the leg. So leg will be again, see all these elements, control select all these. You can have like a dark gray color or a black color. Okay, so we'll create this sphere. Instance is okay. Move it down. This is the knee. Select this cylinder, shift it down. We'll make it a copy because we don't need the bend on it, so delete the bend, and we might use the taper. The height needs to go down. Okay, so 20 looks good. We can move it up so it is inside. Okay, so we can copy the leg down, and again it's going to be a copy, and this will be say 50. Okay, so we can reduce the taper here, so 0.25 I guess, minus 0.25. The legs are shorter on this character, so taper minus 0.3. The height of the cylinder can be less. So these are the things that you can decide what you prefer. I don't want to spend too much time. I want to show you how this is modeled. So we'll work on the foot now. So this time we'll create a box. Alright, so that's the box. So let us work with the dimensions. Length is 20, width is 10, height is 10. Go too much, 7. Okay. Now we need some segments. So 1, 1, 1 in all directions. We need more here. Okay, so this will be where the leg is at the base, and then this is where it goes up, and this is the middle part. So that looks good. Convert, I don't want to convert it, add edit poly, modifier, vertex. First of all, we will move this line at the base, so the base is sharp. Okay, the leg has to fit nicely in the shoe. This can be moved in the middle. The vertex can be moved up. Okay, so that's basically the shoe. We will add mesh mode, iterations of 2. Okay, so that's how it looks. Vertex, give it a round shape on this side, round shape on this side. We can scale it in this direction. Okay, so this is where the foot goes inside, so we need a clear space there for the shoe to be inside. Okay, so I don't want to spend too much time modeling things. This looks good, so something like that. Maybe a little flatter, thicker than the other one. So either you can scale it out or go to the box, and the height can be 5. Okay, so our shoe is done. I'm only doing the one side of the character because the other side can be rotated. Now you can see that this is much wider, so if you want, you can further scale this up. Okay, so you can sculpt it the way you like. I'm happy with what I got. I'll leave it to that. So let us work with the colors again, make it gray. And really quickly, we are almost done with our character. The head part, again a box. Or I'll tighten. Okay, numbers 30, 30, 30. Okay, the height can be 50, 40. Okay. All right, and then segments will be, we don't need other than the height. Oh, we need 1, 1, 1. I guess that should be good. Okay, so we will add an edit poly and then scale it X and scale it in Y. Okay, and then this is bigger, so let's scale it there. Okay, we don't know how much the depth is, so I'm using the entire depth for the head, as you can see, and that's about it. Though it is flat, and then it's going to be sharp. So what we need to do is we might need more segments on the edges. So let us create those. So what I'm going to do is select this and select these edges and connect it. Okay, and then we need to drag it on one side. So 25. Okay, so I'll do this on this side, and then it will be minus 85. Need one on top. 85 bottom, 85. We can do it on the side so that it has evenness from all the sides except the minus. Okay, so if you look at the object, it has edges from all the sides, and it is safe to add mesh mode now. So mesh mode, add iterations. Okay, remove edge faces to see how things look. It's going to be gray color. Okay, so minus 85 maybe is too sharp, so you can make it minus 75 and see how things look. It's up to you. Okay, so that part is done. Now maybe it is more edged faces again. We will scale this further up so it is roundish, and this out. Okay, again a very simple box for the eyes, and then I will show you how to do the eye. So we'll use a cylinder for that. Okay, let us do it in the front view. So create a cylinder, give it a height, and then again numbers. Radius is 9, height is 5, sides 12 is okay. We don't need height segments. Okay, so it will be just touching or maybe inside a little bit. Okay, we'll add edit poly. So I hit the E key on the keyboard and keep hitting it until I get to the modifier. I will select this, insert it. Okay, so you can decide how much thickness you want. So numbers again, so 2, and then extrude it. -2. Okay, and then again you can see that I need edges. Okay, double click this, chamfer 0.2, chamfer 0.2, you can back. Back double click is not working, so I'll select all and then Alt deselect. So that will select the ring. I'll chamfer it to 0.2 as well. Inside is not that important, so I'll leave it to that, and then we'll add Keep hitting the M key until you see mesh mode and then move it down. Okay, maybe inside also I'll put. It's not selecting, so I'll select all. I'll select this. I'll select this. Let's shuffle it. 1, 2. Okay, iteration should be 2. And then it looks correct. 2. Okay. So that's the eye. Again, the eye has brown color. Okay, you can create this using I'll put a sphere inside the eye. Again, we need to make a hemisphere. Put it inside and then increase the radius. Okay, and then this can be, now I want to add mesh mode to that. Okay, so you can zoom in there and see if it's looking right. So that's good enough. Okay, can you copy this and paste it? I don't know, but we will try. Control this. Shift copy. Then we have to scale it. Okay, so you have to scale it only in 2 axes. Okay, so 60. Right click. 60 and 60. Okay, so the thickness remains the same. This is too much, so I have to scale it and move it out. Okay, so you can see that the thickness is not the same for the eye, so you can create it same, you insert it using the same, but I'm going to leave it to that. Okay, let us finish this off. So the top will create a box, we'll make it a cube this time. Okay, looks like some elements are not exactly in the center. Move it. So this box, move up, then the height. All right, so 1 by 1 by 10. How about that? Okay, and then the segments, we just need height segments. And we need to figure out which one is that. This one. 6. Okay. So again, edit poly. So we need to create this left and right. So this goes left, this goes right. Okay, so what I did was I rotated this Okay, and then you cannot rotate this. So you get this the top. If you want the height to be higher, you can select this and move it up. That's about it. So you get that left, right, left, straight. And then we put a sphere on top. So you can simply copy a sphere. Copy is good because we're going to reduce it. So this is 0, this is 0, this is 0, this is 0. And then this is going to be 2. Okay, that's good. So we're done with the top, so this becomes black. The sphere becomes gray, which is already gray. Now the neck, again, I can use a torus for the neck. Okay, so this can be 3, this can be 0.5. Okay, so this can be 1. So it's big. And then a simple cylinder. So you can copy any element, call it copy, and make sure it is in the center. Same with the torus. And the height, we don't even need the taper. So this is 13 and this can be 5. Or 7. This is great. Okay, you can also use a tube if you want. So it's up to you. Okay, so we got the robot. Same way you can just copy this. As big as a small eye. Shift move. Or copy because we might want to change the dimensions. So try to post it exactly in the center. I have two objects, so it's confusing about where it should be. Okay, so that looks good. I don't think it even needs to be rotated. Okay, so simple box can be manipulated for the eyes, and then you can simply select these and mirror it, copy it, instance it, move it on the other side. Okay, these don't even need to be copied. It can simply be the other side. All right, so now that we are here, you can make the fingers bigger if you want. I might as well finish it off with the eyes, nose, and the mouth. So for the mouth, I use a tube. All right, so again, this will be 6, 7. Height was 5, right? Like this. it should be much less, so I'll use 2. Height segments we don't need, size will be 4. Okay. So this can be 3 and this can be 4. Alright, then we will rotate it. Edit poly. Color is gray. Okay, so it has slight changes in its, the top one is okay. Okay, so we will create a plane and put a plane inside. Okay, so you can control this, shift and copy. Okay, top is good, bottom moves up. We don't want to make it instance. I can just simply click on this, so it's not an instance anymore. Then I can move it. Why is it not working? This one, make unique, sorry. This can simply be scaled and moved up. Okay. Copy it one more time. This one thinner again. Not paying attention to what I'm doing. Okay, so what I do is I select all these, deselect this, and mirror it. Oh, instance, okay, doesn't matter. Move this side. Look at the mouth, eyes, eyebrows. Create a box. We don't need any segments. Edit poly. Vertex. Okay, so this goes up. This goes out. Okay, that's good. This becomes mirror, copy, rotate it if you want, give some character. Before we do that, has to be smaller. It's different than the other eye. This looks different, this looks different. Alright, so we'll copy this for the nose. There goes the nose. Cool. I'm not doing these parts, so if you want you can add those, and then our character is ready. That's about it. Thank you very much.